Well, the new GTA Online update is in, and following in the footsteps of the last few weeks, I'm happy to say it's an absolute banger, bringing in some top-notch payout changes and a bunch of easy solo money along with it. The biggest and best of them all is an impressive 2x bonus on all biker sale missions, and an added 3x bonus on just about everything else the MC operations have to offer. In this weekly guide, I'll be showing you all the ins and outs of the biker businesses while showing you how to make as much money as possible. For anyone that's brand spanking new to the whole MC thing, you'll first need to purchase a clubhouse over on Maze Bank foreclosures. There's a bunch of different locations, some in the city and some up north, with all of the options then having corresponding businesses that you can buy in the surrounding area. They're all 40% off at the moment, including the usual upgrades and renovations as well. Most of these can be ignored for now, as they can always be upgraded later if you want, but you might want to consider the custom bike shop down at the very bottom. Not only does it give you an in-house mod shop for your bikes, but it also gives you access to something called bike servicing, which is on a 3x money bonus for the rest of the week. Once every in-game day or 48 minutes real time, you'll get a pop-up notification informing you that a bike is ready to be serviced at your clubhouse. It'll cost you a flat 10k fee for the upgrades, which you'll then apply according to the specifications given at the bottom of the screen. When you're done and you've confirmed everything, you'll eventually be told to deliver the bike to a randomized location. It can either be just around the corner or all the way on the other side of the bloody map. It's just pure luck of the draw. Either way though, your profit margins and the value of the bike will be lowered for each and every bit of damage you take, but it's honestly pretty forgiving as long as you don't drive like a complete drunken drongo. Once you arrive and hit the yellow circle, you'll promptly be shown this little cutscene and that'll be that. Couldn't be simpler. And with the 3x bonus, you'll receive an insane 150k, which is pretty damn tasty when you consider it literally only takes a few minutes at most. But the 3x money bonus goodness doesn't stop there, and I'm happy to say that the same thing has also been applied to all of the MC contract missions as well. Available from the planning board inside your clubhouse meeting room, you'll find a selection of 3 contracts. The cream of the crop goes by the name of Life and Death Bikes, and it'll bring in between 100 and 120k for something that only takes about 10 minutes. If you don't see it on the board but you want to give it a go, just keep reloading your session and checking again, and it should eventually pop up after a few attempts. As for making money from the business side of things, well, there's a total of 5 to choose from, and they can all be purchased from the computer inside your clubhouse. Once again, you'll be presented with a bunch of different locations, all of which will be centered around either the city, Sandy Shores or Paleto Bay. Generally, you'll want to purchase all of the businesses in the same sort of area and cluster them together. Where you choose to do that doesn't really matter, as long as it's not in Paleto Bay, as you'll spend way too much time traveling for missions. Basically, all of the operations work in the exact same way as the bunker or the acid lab, where all you have to do is keep them stocked up with supplies and they'll slowly build product over time, which you can then sell for those big bucks. As for where to get the supplies, well, you have a couple of choices, being either you buy them or you steal them. I always recommend buying them even on a normal day, but with the current 40% discount off all supplies, it's a no-brainer, so definitely go ahead and do that. One thing to consider before going much further though, is you'll want to make sure that you've already purchased a couple of business upgrades. The main 2 that you'll want to focus on are staffing and equipment. They are very necessary if you want to make as much money as possible from the bought supplies. As for a breakdown of how much you can actually make though, well detailed here, you can see that Coke, Crystal and Cash tops the list for both final payouts and profits per hour. Generally, I only recommend that people stick with these top 3 to make the very best use of their time, but with the double money bonus currently in effect, they're all pretty damn profitable. Those figures of course relate to a full sale, which you will need a couple of friends to help you with. But don't fret if you're going solo, there's a super simple method to go by which will guarantee you an easy sale, even if you're all by yourself. Basically, just don't ever let your stock get above 2.5 bars, then you'll be totally fine and you'll get at most 2 vehicles to deliver. And that's the best part about it really. As long as you only ever buy 1 round of supplies for each of your businesses, you'll never go above half capacity and you'll always be able to deliver solo. The only one to be careful with is the document forgery, where 1 round of supplies will come pretty close to maxing it out, but the rest of them are totally fine and will only produce between 1.5 and 2.5 bars of product product, so you won't ever have anything to worry about. None of the sale missions are technically difficult, but some of them can certainly be time consuming, which is why you want to be careful about the number of vehicles. With a 2x bonus on the hook, even the smallest of sales from the crappiest of businesses will still fork over some bloody good money, so definitely get on it while you can. If you need to know more though, I'll be sure to link my in-depth biker money guide down in the description below. If however you're a bit sick of all the running around, you might want to think about breaking it up with a couple of game modes. In the mix this week is another round of Arena Wars, coming in the same as last week with a 2x money, RP and arena points bonus. And then there's also a very tasty 3x bonus on the entire Deadline series as well. This is one of my favourite game modes available, and with the current payout boost, it's definitely worth considering if you're looking for something to do. So in a nutshell, I'd say it's a bloody good event week. I know that the bike missions can get a bit boring for anyone who's been doing them since the good old days, but it's pretty straightforward and the money is absolutely first rate. Hitting you with a quick recap, you can see that we've got 2x money on biker sell missions and arena wars, then 3x money and RP on bike service deliveries, clubhouse contracts, and the Deadline adversary mode, plus a 40% discount on all clubhouses, biker businesses, and supplies. So yeah, not too bad at all if you ask me. And with there being at least one more installment in Rockstar's recently announced business month, I've got a feeling that the next event week is going to be pretty damn good as well. But if you found this video useful, hitting the like button would most certainly be appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and subscribe as well. And if you've got any questions or concerns, or you just want to reach out and say good day, be sure to connect up on either my Twitter or my Discord, both of which are linked down below. But until we meet again, you bunch of legends, I am Red Nitrate, and I'll catch you on the next one.